Good morning. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. This is Authorized United States Magistrate Stanley Matthew C. on 18C2, concurrence of 12C869. Well, I did learn that John Brantley Wright, federal probation officer, is the one that actually contracted undercover FBI agent who's been contracting hits with contractor Christian Com here at 136 Broadway and a few others. I could give their addresses, which I am not, and their names. Fact of the matter is, why would John Brantley do this? Well, in order to take and keep me down and to keep me from prosecuting where he used federal resources to fabricate my record over a period of time. And this was a due process from 93 up to 2008. The most recent fabricated charge by Adam Peck of the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department was dismissed and the hearing was canceled. Fact of the matter is, FBI, you're not going to win. I understand you're trying to help John Brantley Wright because he's a federal probation officer and one of your own. And I also understand that you have these people that you think could kill me. But you would think, let's see, can I prove contracted hits on my life? Let's see, let's start with the incident with the three individuals that took in, beat me so bad they left me for dead and broke three of my ribs. Then let's go further to the incident with the motorcycle where the individual pulled the front end of the motorcycle in the air, which was only a 250, going downhill and hit the truck, and I was pronounced dead. Every attempt, John, you have had put on my life to kill me has failed. That's because I was brought back as Matthew when you did succeed, and I was pronounced dead in 2003. To get justice and to let my children and grandchildren know that I love them. Now, why would Dana Janelle get involved? Well, she wanted .89 Murphy Law for her daughter. I believe her name is Cassidy Janelle. After I had made the improvements to the property. They've involved quite a few people in criminal acts against me. Now, I have been having U.S. Marshals and even CIA agents sending me friend requests. Why? Because they know every word I say is true. Is this child safe? Well, yeah, but children need to know. And, even my sister Rosetta Elshaz and these contracted hits here recently to kill me. And how are they paying? Well, they're paying with money as well as marijuana that was taken in the drug bust in Berkeley County from California. That's why it says California dispensary in little green pouches. Now, fact of the matter is, the Hagerstown Social Security Office, if you watch my other YouTube videos, acknowledged that no, my authorization doesn't change. I'm still a United States Magistrate on 18C2. Now, my thing is, I can list 5 hits. The first one was when I was beaten by Tom Rutherford, Chris Borman, and Matt Sands. The other one was with Terry Panuti, who is deceased and I was pronounced dead. That was the time I was actually pronounced dead. Then with the Daniel Anderson up on Gold Bay Road. Furthermore, let's go on into it. Mr. Stavanko gave me a joint laced with so much fentanyl the paper was transparent. And then they proceeded over here because they want to shut me up. Now, Jim Justice, what involvement do you have in these contracted hits to kill me? Because you have failed to show up with my clemency and compensation that my fiance clearly heard your lady admit that you all owe me. Now, she is a witness to that, as well as that call was recorded, as well as I've got proof of communications from you on Facebook Messenger. And deleting my evidence, sorry, I print hard copies as soon as I get it, so deleting it off my phone or whatever and hacking my phone ain't doing you any good. Even my case manager, QCI, knows I'm very intelligent and has noted that my phone is so hacked that he can't even send me a text message. So there's another witness against you all. So again, Jim Justice, what involvement do you, if you don't have any involvement in these contracted hits to kill this West Virginia citizen that's actually bonded through the state of West Virginia and under sworn oath, Yeah, see, I'm bonded, so I'm sworn by law to uphold the laws of the state of West Virginia and the United States of America as an estate executor. So no, you need to do what you said and show up with the 13.5 million, the deed to .89 Murphy Lot, and Mary J. Wright's estate, as well as the F-250 crew cab in full clemency, if you don't have any involvement. Same goes for you, Joe Manchin III, Shelley Moore Capito, and Patrick Marcy, who's running for election. Because the fact of the matter is, it makes you all look very bad. Furthermore, John Brantley, really? You go contract hits to kill me? Come on now. I paid $37,000 for Mary J. Wright's estate. Then you even put my cousin Cal Stevens up to steal my car, the Joker. So yeah, and it was nice of you to point out that you was going to fabricate my record one charge at a time over a period of time so it would go unnoticed. But getting my daughter involved and getting my family involved, really? And with this clown Sean Stone? Well, apparently he hasn't checked out my criminal report. Or maybe they haven't showed it to him yet. Because, accessory to fraud and accessory to all these crimes, including the distribution of illegal drugs, you're doing a good bit of time there, Mr. Stone. And, yes, all my accounts are hacked. I got the red light on, so I don't know how long it'll take for this to post. However, I speak nothing but the truth. I am an authorized U.S. magistrate on 18C2. So, Gina, you can pick up the warrant, but the only part you can handle is the prosecution. Same goes for you, Beryl. The restitution has to be met. That means, Jerome Powell, I got a bank account with Patriots Bank, which is a Federal Reserve Bank. You can go ahead and transfer that money into that account. I rarely check it, so whether you did already or what, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a clue. But I'm sure you can find the account because it's a branch of your bank on the 9.5 million that you have in mind. And again, as far as the 1.9 million, Mr. Cardinal, did Mr. Keller intercept it? You need to go ahead and be sending that voucher to me. And that's if you're not involved in these contracted hits. Or are you? I mean, money will make people do strange things. I was brought back as Matthew. And I speak nothing but the truth. Well, that's all for this episode of Divorce with Grandchildren. Stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen. But again, I've already did a whole list of reports on the criminal activities and who's involved and who's not. In fact, the matter is, I've got quite a few third-party witnesses, even to the hacking of my phone. And by the way, clowns using the signal device, when you turn on that signal device, you're actually powering up my receiver, which I showed to my case manager through nanotechnology, and basically it's taking and receiving the text message from John Wright and from Dana Janelle to everyone that's being communication. And yeah, John still uses P.O. Box 357, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. Just in case you didn't know. Well, that's all for this episode. Stay tuned. And again, Jim Justice, if you're not involved in these contracted hits to kill me, Shelley Moore Capito, again, if you're not involved, y'all need to be showing up with my clemency and compensation. We need to get this over with because that's the only way this is going away. This is Authorized U.S. Magistrate Stanley Matthew Seifert on 18C2, concurrence at 12C869. My courtroom is 136 Broadway, courtroom 2WR, Hagerstown, Maryland.